We started to have partnership before 2 years, but today is the time that we are opening the training session in partnership with GTI, which is very good news for GTI, at the same time good news for SUDACO, and good news for our colleagues who will be participating in the training program. SUDACO is funded by British government and also government of Switzerland. They are basically financing the training program. But then it is not a free training program. Though we have the donor agency financing this program, this training program, the modality of this training program is not to conduct free of cost training program, and that has to be very clear to all of us. SUDACO is implemented by the Palladium Group. It's a consulting firm in collaboration with Swiss Contact and also the British Council. So there are 3 partners. They are implementing this SUDACO program together in this country with the support from DFID and SDC. Why SUDACO is collaborating with GTI then? Why should we collaborate with GTI, or GTI, why should GTI collaborate with SUDACO? What is the benefit? I want to highlight some point on that. Because when we do the partnership is all about the equality. We are working on the cost sharing basis. Our target is not to train only 120 people from GTI, or not to train only 110,000 people, which is the target of the project. Our target is to create a skills training market in the context of Bangladesh. As a customer, you go and buy, and you will only buy the product when the products are suitable for you, and you will invest money. You will pay for that particular product if it is suitable for you. The similar kind of a skills training market we want to create in the context of Bangladesh, so that the GTI can sell quality training product, and the trainees, the customers like the trainees, the customer like the employers, the customer like industries, they come to GTI and ask for the training course, and they buy the training course. They pay for that training course, and that is the reason that our partnership, on that ground, on that background, we have done the partnership with GTI, and that is the commitment we found from GTI, and that is the reason that we selected GTI as a partner, and we are now trying to lay the foundations today to start with the training, 2 training programs. So I request also, management of GTI not to take this training as a training. Take this training as a business model. We are implementing this training as a business model, and GTI must take this opportunity as a business, training as a business. If GTI doesn't take this training as a business, in future, you don't find many customers, and the customer has to pay. And basically, who are the customer for GTI? GTI might think, no, projects are there, they are the customers. GTI might think that the government government is the customer. They will come and pay for the training program. They should not think in that way. They should always target customer as the industry. Industry, because they will be getting the skilled human resources. Their productivity will be increased because of the skilled workforce, and therefore they should and they must invest in the training program. So GTI look for the customer. Look customer as industry. Look customer will buy the skills training product from GTI as a trainees. So they are the customers. We are not the customers. We are here to support for 2 or 3 years, and then will be phased out. What will happen then? They have to still generate the income to sustain the training institute. So from where they will get the income? They have to generate from the training fee. We are not supporting full time, even full cost for the training program. So one of the criteria for our training program was, if you want to be the partner of Sudaco, you have to collect fee from the participants from the very beginning. And that is the reason that we negotiated, a couple of times, we oriented a couple of times. It took about 3 to 4 months to settle down the issues. And then we said you will contribute about 70 to 75% rest you have to generate for the first year. But then in the following year, our business model is our support will be reduced. Maybe in the next year, our support will be reduced to 60%. While I'm telling this, because this is quite important to understand the business model that we have agreed. The other, motive is to build the capacity of GTI. Build the capacity of the workshop so that the GTI can provide the quality skills training program. And that's quite important. And why quality training program? Each individual, they have to practice with their hands, and that's the minimum requirement. Our training program is not long. Our training program is just for 150 to 200 hours or maybe 220 hours. And if you start providing theoretical inputs, this will not work. Chief engineer or employer will not accept. They want you to perform with your hands. So that is the reason even within 200 hours or 180 or 170 hours, we want you to practice the skills, practice the tasks related to the industry, related to the demand of the industries. And our curriculums that we have worked together with the industry, it's aligned with the industry requirement, what exactly industry needs. And that is the reason that each individual trainees, they have to practice minimum 80 to 90% of the time when they are when they are in the training program. Only 5 to 10% theoretical inputs are required. 90% of the time when I walk in your workshop, I want to observe everybody is performing with the hands. And that's the type of quality we want to assure. And that is the reason that we want to make sure that your workshop is fully equipped with the equipments, materials, resources, so that each individual will have hands-on skill practice. We don't want group practice, one people is observing, another is doing. We don't want that. Everybody should perform the task individually with their own hands, and only then we can say that they are competent or not competent. And this training is CBT, competency-based training program. And in competency-based training program, everybody should perform with their hands. Bar bender, aluminum fabricator, swing machine operator, what the occupation is, no matter. But this 20-hour soft skills training program is so important. And why it is important? Because it tells you how will you write your CV, how will you prepare your biodata, and that will help you to get the employment. 20 hours will teach you how will you make a small decision while you are at the workplace. 20 hours will tell you how will you negotiate your salary with the employers. 20 hours will tell you also what will be, how will you, maintain your hygiene yourself, because at the workplace you have to maintain your hygiene, and that's quite important. So that will also teach you. That will also teach you about the life skills. That will also teach you about the workers' right and responsibility. So 20 hours covers most of the part of the soft skills. That will help you, that will prepare you for the employment, better employment, and to retain the employment. How will you communicate with your supervisor? How will you communicate with your colleagues? So that part is also quite important, and this is compulsory for all the occupations. The success of the training will depend on the employment. After the training, we want our training graduates to be employed with increased income. We want to see, after the training program, the employment takes place, and there is improved performance at the employment, and they have increased salary also. So our success, the training of success of the training will be measured against the employment. If they are employed, then we'll say that our training is successful, whether their salary level increased or not. As I said earlier, who should invest in the training program? It's quite important. Industry come forward to invest in the training. The trainees, our colleagues, they should come forward, invest in the training program, and that's quite important. The private sector must invest in the training program so that they have the skilled human resources in the country, and their productivity is basically increased. With all these remarks, I wish successful training and successful business for GTI. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone.
কিছু গ্রুপের চিফ ইঞ্জিনিয়ার বলেছে যে দক্ষতা যদি হয়, প্রশিক্ষণ যদি ঠিকমতো নেয়, তাহলে জবের কোনো সমস্যা হবে না। কিছু গ্রুপের গ্রুপাধীন ইতিমধ্যে অনেক আলোচক বলেছেন, প্রায় 21টি লিমিটেড কোম্পানি রয়েছে, সেখানে যথেষ্ট কর্মসংস্থানের সুযোগ রয়েছে। আমি এটা মনে করি না যে শুধু কিছু গ্রুপই সব চাকরি দিতে পারবে, এই গ্যারান্টি দেওয়া কঠিন। বাট তোমরা যদি দক্ষতা অর্জন করো, সত্যিকারভাবে নিজেকে যোগ্য হিসাবে গড়ে তুলতে পারো, তাহলে জব কৃষি গ্রুপ নয়, আরও অনেক প্রতিষ্ঠানে যারা তোমাদেরকে খুঁজে বের করার চেষ্টা করবে। আমরা আশা করি আগামী দিনে সুদক্ষ এবং জিটিআই যৌথভাবে তারা অনেক কর্মসূচি বাস্তবায়ন করবে, প্রশিক্ষণগুলো এগিয়ে নিয়ে যাবে, ছেলেদের স্কিল ডেভেলপ করবে। আমার বিশ্বাস আগামী দিনে যৌথভাবে এই দুইটি প্রতিষ্ঠান একসাথে কাজ করে শুধুমাত্র ছাত্রদের প্রশিক্ষণ দেবে তা নয়, প্রশিক্ষিত করে সুদক্ষ করে সমাজে প্রতিষ্ঠিত করার জন্য তাদের কাজের পরিধি সৃষ্টি করা, তার জন্য কাজের ক্ষেত্র তৈরি করা, এই যে কাজগুলো উদ্যোগ নিয়েছে, আমি আশা করি সেটা সফলভাবে করতে সক্ষম হবে। সবাইকে ধন্যবাদ। আল্লাহ।
যারা এখানে ট্রেনিং দিতে আসছো, তাদের কাছে আমার আহ্বান থাকবে যে তোমরা যে এখানে শিখবে, যে কথা মাহাতেব বলেছেন যে ইউ উইল হ্যাভ টু লার্ন ইউর সেলফ বাই হ্যান্ড, থিওরিটিক্যাল না, ইট উইল বি প্র্যাকটিক্যাল ট্রেনিং। এই টেকনিক্যাল ইনস্টিটিউট এর যে এই পর্যন্ত যে সুনাম আছে, এই সুনামকে আমরা আর অগ্রসর করার জন্য সুদক্ষ আমাদেরকে যে টেকনিক্যাল সাপোর্ট দিয়েছে, আমরা উই আর গ্রেটফুল টু দেম যে ফর দেয়ার সাপোর্ট in continuing our effort to create skilled manpower in Bangladesh. So I thank Sudokho for this support. We will also try as much as possible to follow the terms and conditions of Sudokho. It is not only for our own benefit, but also benefit of the institute, benefit of the community, benefit of the country.
আজকে থেকেই এই কোর্সের শুভ উদ্বোধন ঘোষণা করছি। সবাইকে ধন্যবাদ।
সবাইকে আমি ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি যে আপনারা আপনাদের কিছু সময় ব্যয় করে সুদূর প্রসারী দীর্ঘমেয়াদী একটা মানব সম্পদ উন্নয়ন কার্যক্রমে আপনারা আজকে সাক্ষী হয়ে থাকলেন। এই যাত্রাপথে আপনাদের ব্লেসিংস, আপনাদের দোয়া নিশ্চয়ই আমাদের এই কার্যক্রমকে সফল বাস্তবায়নে সহায়তা করবে। Now I would like to extend hearty thanks on behalf of the GTI to Mr. Suresh Mahalo for taking all the time to participate in this annual session. I think Mr. Mahalo has rightly said, my skill, our prosperity can be achieved through considering this initiative in a business perspective.
It's a group basically formed and led by the technical personnel. So the program which we are going to launch, the program which we are going to undertake, I hope that it will end with a grand success. So on behalf of the Glorious Technical Institute, I would like to expect all thorough cooperation and coordination from our respected foreign guests.
So now this is the time for opening our trade workshop. I would like to request our own guests to participate with us to open, for opening our trade electrical house wiring workshop.